Record. Oh, yes, record. Jamie, you can do the same whenever you want.
And
It does not matter.
we are a go.
All right. So, we are going to try something interesting, I hope, tonight. Um, so, I just want to go over a little bit how this is going to run through. So, this is going to be a mystery kind of game. And you guys are going to be going against a clock to try and get some tension. But I don't want you to think that the clock is real time. So if you do any role playing, it's not going to screw things up. It's basically actions you take in the game will add up in increments of time against this clock. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Cool. I think so.
All right. I just want to make sure that was clear so nobody felt like, okay, we can't role play because we're going to run out of time and bad things will happen. So, oh, by the way, like my pretty map here.
I do.
I spent forever trying to come up with a map of the city in different places, and it's just too much city. So I'm like, well, this cartoony one will work. Kind of give a general idea. So I don't know geography very well still, so don't ask me about anything that's not labeled yet. So anyway, all right. Everybody's refreshed where it should be. We are starting a new scene.
I just drew a fate card because I think I should be at 3.
Mm-hmm. Is that your refresh on your character? It should be.
I think so.
Let me see. I think so as well.
Yep, my refresh is 3.
All right.
I will say, however, your scale is wrong on the map. At least I'm guessing.
It's an
yeah, don't
abstract
even
map.
try,
It's
man.
not-
Yeah, you can ignore that.
I stole this from some college kid and then modified a few things, so didn't exactly pay attention to scale. All right, everybody, refresh is good. Now, get the nerves out here. So here we go. You guys,
Hold on. No, Jamie, you shouldn't have 6. So go ahead and take yours down to 2.
no, Jim should have 6.
No, Jim should have 2. I just read it in the rules.
No, I get so many per person.
No, I don't like
God,
it.
you're evil.
Hey, if you get 1 per person, then Matt's not here. That's not fair. You shouldn't get 6. You should get 5.
Okay, that
damn
might
it.
be true.
You know, now I'm going to start using them against you because so far, you going to burn any old ladies today?
You will.
It's never going to get old.
No.
I think last time we figured out it was 5, but I don't care. I will drop one out. No. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Succumbing to peer pressure. All right. So, after the events of last time, not everybody was here when we went over it a second ago, but you guys had gone thinking you were going to take down the bone collector. I think pretty much all of you assumed it was a trap, but you went anyway. And you, or I should say Nate, set somebody on fire again.
She set herself on fire. Thank you very much.
You caused it. So, you guys saved her. You fought some bone skeletons, and you realized that she obviously was not the bone collector. And when we left off the game, you guys were kind of in a mixed state of what the hell are we going to do about her next. So, I'm going to say that you guys are getting ready to go to bed for the night, just to move things along, because you all stay awake at the nighttime, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
You're all nocturnal.
Sleepers.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. That's it. It's okay if it's not.
Not quite nocturnal, but
Well, basically at 6 a.m., any of you that are nocturnal are going to get screwed. That's what it comes down to. So, what's that?
I'm the king of the shadows, so I'm definitely not.
Okay, so um, that's right. Late morning. So suddenly, when you guys are either getting ready to go to sleep or you're just relaxing because it's a quiet time of day, you know, you hear Sue in the kitchen maybe because she gets up early, but you hear a horrified scream coming from Robert's room. No, this is not normal. Robert doesn't normally do this. He starts screaming out, and you hear Thomas upstairs, kind of like, you know, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he quiets down a little bit, but that's what you guys hear. So, what do you guys do when you hear that?
Ignore him.
Good idea. You all go bed? Just say
No.
screw it?
I jump up and go and see what the hell's happening.
Okay, so seriously, do you guys do nothing or do you go or what? Just so I know. Besides Brian. You don't have to. I just wanted to actually know because I know we're joking. So
I don't enter the room, but I do kind of take a position up outside, kind of
as you want to do.
Casually curious.
Okay. All right.
I'll follow Claude. But I'm going to make sure I'm behind Claude because I don't know what we're dealing with here, and I don't want to get.
You want him to get shot. Claude is your shield.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when he sees you guys come in, and you're obviously concerned, he quiets down. He goes, I saw something horrible. There's something horrible coming. I don't think it's ever been like this before when I've had a vision. It's probabilities. My powers work on probabilities. You know, I see things that are likely to happen. This is different. Like the probabilities are converging somehow. Like if one of these things happen, the rest of them are going to happen.
Additional probability. Yeah,
maybe. I'm not sure. He's very obviously shaken. So I had a vision. There was a ship with a torn sail that was coming to dock. And when it does, I hear the morning sixth bell from the church go off. I don't know what day it is, but it's early morning when they come in. And this leads to what's going to happen. There was a symbol. Thomas, give me a notebook. There was a symbol, and he starts drawing as he's talking that I saw as well. That's important somehow. And he draws out a symbol, and he'll show you the symbol. Except for I hit the symbol on you guys because I'm silly like that. Well, that's embarrassing.
Performance issues.
I definitely having them, obviously.
What she said.
I somehow have lost the image that I was going to present to you guys. That is horrible. Oh, wait a minute. I know where it is. There. All right. So this is the image that he draws out for you guys.
Damn, that's pretty detailed.
Yeah, go with it. He says there was also a coffin, and it was being carried by a wooden cart. with a stenciled symbol of a cart leading a horse, with a group of men behind it carrying shovels. And then it goes to this faded sign of a busty maiden like beckoning you. That's all I see, but it's something that's going to happen. And then just as he says soon, you hear the 6 tolls of the bell go off for 6 in the morning down by the docks. And when that happens, Robert starts trembling and shaking and like seizing up, and his eyes roll up in the back of his head. And then he just starts speaking. He says, "Bell tolls 6 times. A mustached man in a bowler hat and a lazy left eye, at an open grave in a cemetery. The name Delphine on the headstone, born 1787. Last name and year and death is obscured. The man tosses a shovel full of dirt in the hole, and his nose starts bleeding profusely. The workers fill in the grave as he backs away, hand on his nose. The pocket watch the man looks at reads 6 p.m. And then he goes, the bell tolls 7 times. A man dies in an alleyway, bowler hat on the ground next to his now broken pocket watch. Other men, the workers from the cemetery, start dying in their homes at the same time. The bell tolls 8 times. A dirt-covered young girl with the left side of her head and face crushed in tattered ribbons, a dirt-encrusted broken hairbrush in her hand. She wails, and people die sobbing. The bell tolls 9. A woman somehow dragging a wood cook stove attached to her leg, setting fires to houses. The bell tolls 10. A woman holding a cleaver attacks anyone that gets close to her children. 4 children she has, 1 a toddler she holds in her other hand as she wanders the streets. The bell tolls 11 times. A woman wearing an iron collar, her belly open with entrails hanging between her legs, followed by a group of young men who are carrying their missing limbs, hopping or even crawling. They wield their limbs and other makeshift weapons as they attack any well-dressed person they come across. And then he starts shaking some more, and he says, the bell tolls 12 times. A house, a terrible house, laying waste to the city and anyone it comes across, screams coming from within it. The number 1140 adorns the door. The mangled street signs starts with an R. And he stops, and his eyes come back into focus, and he's sweating. He's got blood coming from his ears.
Jesus.
He says that each event, starting with that ship, will lead to the next. And he's holding his head. He's obviously in pain and shaken. Thomas is very concerned about him. And he says, we need to find a way to stop these events before the catastrophe. Thomas, tell the others to get ready to protect the children. And he looks at you guys. Please, I'm begging you, find a way to stop this. Monologue ended.
Hey, hope we wrote that down.
What did you say?
I hope we wrote that down.
No.
I've got the first one and the final one.
You mean Jim didn't make a handout?
Not yet. I was to see how you guys wanted to do it.
Right.
Maybe you would do it on your own by memory.
Yeah. No.
You know how old we all are? Memories aren't that good anymore.
All right.
I was writing it down, but then you got too fast. 7.
All right, hold on. I will make one for you.
AFK a second.
I'm just gonna ask him. Which part be the catastrophe? Eh? Those all sound pretty bad.
Each one worse than the last, he says. But all of them result in the death of somebody, or many someones, he says.
All right. So he said that symbol was on a coffin being carried by a woman.
I guess I did go too fast. Hold on.
This is
Let me
like
get
this is like a game of telephone. Let's all see what we remember.
see what you remember. All right. Robert's vision. Let me just make sure I'm not giving away anything here, and then I will make it available to you guys. So, okay, good. Dun, dun, dun. All players, save changes.
And here is what I have. Oh, nice. Thank you.
Vision.
So there's a cart, horse and cart with a stencil of a horse and cart. Got it.
Sure is.
But the wooden cart doesn't have a horse, so the cart is self-propelled. That's clearly what we should focus on.
Also, on the stencil, the cart's leading the horse, not the other way around.
Ha 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 ha! B! I love it. All right, so hold on.
And where was the liberté, fraternité, égalité from?
That is the symbol from the ledger that he drew for you guys. So there was a ledger that had that symbol on it that he saw in his vision. He saw the cart that the men were carrying or dragging, pulling with the coffin in it that has that stencil of the cart before the horse on it.
Oh, so that's intentional. The cart is leading the horse.
And you guys can see I've got a clock in the lower left right hand corner now. Can you see that clock?
Yes, but there are no hands.
Nope, there are not.
Okay.
So basically, until 6 p.m., because it's 6 o'clock in the morning now, this clock will tick forward as you're trying to stop the events that will start at 6 p.m. And at 6 p.m. is when this clock will start to actually time down. That's when the bad events are happening.
Right.
That are in the bold. So. I don't know how this mechanic will work out, but I thought it would add some tension to it. So.
So the bad events start happening at 6 p.m., but the ship arrived at 6 a.m.
Correct.
For this scene with the ship, what was the sky like? Were there clouds? Did it look like the cloud out there now?
Well, let me stop you. You actually heard the bells for the 6 a.m. just as he finished it. So it's probably whatever the sky looks like right now.
Yeah. I'm going to say. First off, how many? So we're sitting right on the Mississippi, right?
Yes. The wharfs are down here from where you are, if that's what you're going to ask me.
Are those the
simplistic
only
New
ones?
Orleans. That's the simplistic New Orleans, yes.
Okay. Nolan. All right. So, okay.
Do we check out the docks? See if there's any new ships, unusual looking ships in the harbor?
That's what I'm thinking myself. We need to get to the docks, eh?
What time is it now?
Like right now. It's
6 a.m.
It is 6 a.m. right now.
Yep. So if there's only one dock, it's 6 a.m. God damn it, I can't teleport.
Yeah,
Well, I
there's
mean, I might be able to.
more than one dock there. It's just all of them are in that location. So it's going to be like an actual dock area. This is just a simplistic map to make it easier to find things.
Sure. Who go with me?
I'll go with you.
Count me in.
All right. Charlie,
Mhm.
you get there fastest, eh?
Probably. You want me to
Can
scout
look-
ahead for you?
We looking for. God damn it, my fucking accent. We're looking for. I guess I'm doing a freaking Brooklyn accent tonight, guys. We're looking for a torn sail, eh? You know?
Jamie was doing all of your accents the other night too.
It was terrible.
That's why I don't try, guys. I know I'll fail.
Did you do Tomas?
No, I didn't do Tomas. I did this character.
Oh, nice.
In all its variations.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
Pretty
kept trying to throw in methinks, and I'm like, why the hell what methinks?
All right, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So if I'm reading this right, we got 6 hours of chaos, and we have 12 hours to stop it. So we need to find a ship with a torn mainsail. So yeah, I'm gonna say, if you can get there first, eh? See if you can find this ship.
Yeah, sounds good to me. And I will immediately run out the door and fly high in the sky.
And then the rest of us are gonna have to take the buggy. I don't know.
Take the buggy.
Well,
Taking the buggy.
I shall run away.
Well,
Run
so
ahead
here's the question: would it be okay? Like, how would people react to our powers? Do we hide our powers, or are we just like flaunting them?
No, you in general, you hide them because the unnamed are not. They're talked about in the rags, but they're not something that people generally know about. You know that it would probably cause a little panic.
So I would say to Gertrude that if we need to keep a low profile, she might want to come with us, eh?
Very well. Very well. I suppose so.
Just so there's no surprises. So basically, the way it works is each attempt at gathering a piece of information that you need for this is going to take you an hour. So that's how it's going to work. That's how you're going to build your hours, not role playing time, just the event itself. So if you go and let's say you go to the shipyard and you're looking for that sail, you have a certain chance to find it based upon looking for a torn or mended sail, and each one of those chances until you succeed will cost you an hour of time.
Do we have to choose an action as a group, or can we split up?
You can split up. you can take the actions at the same time, which will obviously speed up your chances.
Okay.
But the pieces of information are pieces that will increase your chances if you use them properly. So like your random chance is much lower than if you know a certain piece of information and you can add it to getting a better shot at accomplishing it in that time period.
Okay. So obviously we can't talk to Charles because he is flying off to find the sail. But I would like to on the
Do you want to retcon it and work that out before you send him?
No.
Okay.
Because honestly, he has the best chance of finding that. It would take us. It would be a lot more difficult for any of us to find it. You know, I mean, he can fly. Literally, he can fly. So as long as he,
Doesn't get
stays.
seen.
Yeah,
Right.
doesn't get seen, which I'm sure he's okay at. Then he can literally find the hopefully find the sail. Now we're heading there, but while we're heading over there, I want to talk about the other things that we can see.
Absolutely.
So a ledger with a symbol that we saw, to me, that's for now, we literally have to ignore that because a ledger could literally be anywhere and we have no clue as to where the ledger currently is. But the other two, so a wooden cart with a stencil of a cart leading the horse, that's distinctive. And we can start asking around about that. Another thing that's distinctive is a faded wooden sign with a busty maiden on it beckoning. Those are both things that we could potentially split up and start asking about. What does everyone else think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Indeed. Does anyone know about this symbol? I suspect, given the terms, liberté, fraternité, were these the, how do you say, slogans of the French Revolution? Or am I mistaken? They may have some kind of classes organization, a secret society.
I believe those are Latin.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like
Um,
freedom, brotherhood, and
Equality.
something like that.
equality is what I would think.
Do any of you
Uh,
speak Latin or French or have any knowledge in that area in the character?
Would that be lore or just?
I could see a lore roll if you want to try.
I have a 0.
Me
me
too.
too, but I rolled anyways.
Yeah, let's see.
Not specifically,
Oh
but
my god!
I
Yeah,
mean,
Gertrude.
given that
Gertrude.
science was often done or written down in Latin,
Hell yes, it was.
maybe.
All right. I'm going to
Oh
say
well.
that, oh, Gertie, you know that it's not Latin,
Hmm.
or at least my understanding of it. Maybe it is. But you do know that, now that I say that, though, I'm looking at that, and it does look like Latin. The point is it's French.
It is French. It
You
is.
get
It
that
is
it's
French.
French, so you don't know exactly what it says because that's not your language per your
Uh,
description. But
my character can definitely speak French.
okay, so yes, you know that those words are French then
Yeah.
between the two of you.
Perhaps
So
this
yeah,
is.
I mean, I would. Yeah, liberty. I would say liberty, uh, equality, and then The other one.
Brotherhood or fraternity?
I think Brotherhood.
Oh, look at that.
Do you know this?
Well, it's literally fraternity
Mhm.
or brotherhood. Yep.
Well, do you know this organization? Is it local, perhaps?
That would definitely be a way to potentially track down the ledger. So, how many of us are there? We got the four of us, and Charles is at the docks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we need to split up, and everyone take the three. Take one of the three. I still maintain that the ledger is going to be difficult because if that does have to do with the French Revolution, again, the ledger could be anywhere. Um, so I think that when we get to the docks, we should rendezvous with Charles, see if he's found it, have him and someone else investigate that, and then the rest of us, we need to split up and go find the more information about the wooden cart stencil and the busty maid. One of us could probably do the busty maiden, but I think we should have two people do the wooden cart. Because to me, the busty maiden, that's got to be like a tavern or a pub or something.
Yeah.
All right, so who wants to go with Charles? I would personally, I would say it would probably need to be someone who can talk their way out of stuff because we might have to try and get on the ship, and then so I don't know. I've got a pretty good empathy and rapport, but I have a crap investigate. I'm a fair deceive. So how do we want to? Who wants what?
Well, I can follow the cart. Perhaps I should not run, but Powervok would find the cart.
Well, I don't think you should. I think you should describe the symbol and try and find out if it's a local business, perhaps related with a
Ooh.
funeral home. Finding a cart in the city would literally, I mean,
That is
it'd take you all
true.
Yeah, but
day.
it's a coffin carried by a cart, so it would probably be in a graveyard.
Coffin
You could
maker.
start with those, but there's got to be, yeah, exactly. Coffin makers are going to be nearby to funeral homes. Start there. So find your funeral homes. Start there. Someone's got to recognize that symbol. So Gertrude, why don't you take that one, and Oleski or Claude want to go with?
I'll go with.
Who wants the tavern?
I'll go
Okay.
with Gertrude.
Okay. So Claude, you're on tavern duty. Figure out how you can find a business or a building that has a wooden sign with a busty maiden on it. I mean, it could be a business, right? Who knows? Maybe it's I don't know. It could be a milk factory for all we know. Who knows, right?
A milk factory, really? Okay.
Who knows?
All right. So, how are you guys split up before I go to Charles and
Okay.
see what he's doing?
I'm going with Charles once to see if we can find the boat and figure out what's up with the boat.
Okay.
Gertrude's going to investigate the cart with Alexi, and Claude is going to try and track down the busty maiden.
I
That's the
wonder,
plan.
one thing, your explanation is perhaps better, but I wondered if the cart came from the docks. Uh,
Before you go, you could look around for the cart. I mean, I don't know if we'll have missed it, right? But that's a good thought. And if we don't see it, if it's not obvious, then I'll make sure to question people around the dock about a cart uh, that had a funny stencil on it.
I can try the surrounding streets. Conditional probability, after all. But does does nobody know the principles of probability?
I'm just gonna look at Gertrude with the blank expression.
No, no, I suppose not. Very well. Ah, yes, excellent plan, excellent.
Bone collector, staring at her stupid picture.
All right. So, Charles, you're going to get there much faster than everybody else, obviously.
Yes.
Um, so, what is it that exactly you're going to do while you're in there?
Well, I have to stay up pretty high, so I'm not seen, but I'm going to search the docks for the particular ship with a torn sail.
Okay. So, that's what you're looking for is a torn sail?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's what you do. You do not find it in the first hour that you are looking.
Okay.
Um, and that all you're going to do is fly like up high and look for the ships. You're not going to go down to the ground at all or anything.
No.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, those guys are gone. So it's you, Nate. Um, you guys get to the docks where you're going to separate out. And what do you do when you get to the docks? There's a morning bustle. It's not crazy, but it's like a quiet busyness as workers start moving things around and stuff. You don't see the train there. Yep.
You don't. Oh, the train. Got it. Question.
Mm-hmm.
How many like slips are there? Are there like 100? Are there?
There's about 50 ships total at the
Okay.
wharf right now.
All right. So it's a pretty wide area.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to ask the group before you guys split. Do we want to just we're here in the middle? Half of us walk one way, half of us walk the other way. Everyone keep an eye out for the sail, the cart, and then from there, just if you don't find anything, move on to your other abilities. But I guess we would need to meet back in the middle once we do that path. So I guess we could spend time, look over everything, walk half the distance and then come back, report, and then we could split up from there.
So, two things. How wide is it now? And what time is it probably now?
Okay, so I'm gonna say that it took you guys like an hour to get there. And right now it's about 7 in the morning in December, so it's still relatively dark. Not like it's starting to get lighter, but it's not like bright daylight yet.
Okay.
Damn, I could have teleported. Well, um, can we see the sails well enough to look?
um, if you get close enough, you might be able to tell. There's a lot of sails, obviously, like they're overlapping in your view as you look back on all the ships that are either in the docks or actually still out at the water anchored or whatever. So you'll have to get close to some of them to actually do it. You can't just like do a scan from here probably to look.
Is there a nearby tallest building from which one could get a good view of most of them?
I don't know if it would help. You could try. You think where would you go from there? Maybe one of the warehouses might be somewhat taller, like 20 feet up. Not a lot of skyscrapers at this time.
Right.
Well, I mean, we could pick out the car. We could make out a cart easily. So we could scan what we can see of the sails and inspect every single cart we come across, and still walk one half of the dock and then meet back up in the middle, right? I
How
mean, even
many
at
how many kind of exits or entrances to this wharf area are there? Is it just like one street or several or
There's a couple of different streets. Obviously, the docks themselves. There's the train station, which currently there isn't a train there, which can take a number of tracks, like probably like three different tracks going in and out of it. Um, and other than that, yeah, just the normal streets coming up to the area. Kind of a hub of things moving back and forth to go to different parts of the city or to leave the city, so on and so forth.
I suggest splitting to the entrances to the area, checking those first. I think I'll see if there's a building, a warehouse or something near one of the entrances, preferably one that has kind of some dark alleyways around it or something.
Okay. What are you guys doing? This actually started because I was asking Nate what he was doing because he was going to meet up with Charles,
yeah,
but
but if he's still flying, I'm still planning on I'm gonna I'm gonna walk one half of the docks and do what I said. I'm gonna inspect every cart that I come across and see what I can see of the sails. There's not much else I can see that we can do while it's dark out.
And do the
So
same thing, but go the opposite direction.
there we go.
okay. So you guys are splitting up looking for sales that have a
Looking for
split
a
number
Well,
bone, yeah.
and carts. So if we see any
and cards.
carts, we want to investigate to, walk all around it to see if it has a stencil.
Okay. Yeah, there are a number of various either horse driven carts, no carts driving horses, unfortunately, or people, with smaller carts that they're dragging along, whatever, on the wharf, either leaving or coming back in or getting loaded, et cetera, et cetera. Um, Gertrude, you said that you're going to look for a dark alley to jump on a building, basically.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. That's what I was getting out of it. Okay. Um, so why don't we see if you could be stealthy about that while we're at it, just to see.
Hmm. Yes, I don't see any aspects that would be applicable, so
Well, you do have darkness. shadows. You could spend fate points to use that to help you if you'd like.
Okay, sure, I will. Get these out of here. Go.
You're spending a fate point
Yep.
to reroll or to add +2.
Well, I already added.
Or was that for your aspect? So are you spending another one, or you keep it at 0?
Can I? Because I basically already spent the point to do the +2 for using the
Yep,
invoke.
you can spend your last fate point if you want. It's up to you.
I suppose so.
And you're using it for to do a reroll, or are you using it to add to it?
I guess reroll if I still get that +2.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
No pressure. Don't mess up.
Yeah, sure. Well, okay then.
All right, you make a little noise for a second, and then you recover it, and you thought somebody was going to catch you. For some reason, they didn't look your way, and you jump on that roof. Yes, if you had not spent that fate point, they would have seen you. So, all right, so you get up on the roof, and you're making an attempt to find sails from up on the roof, correct?
First checking if there's any carts leaving the nearby entrance right now, but then yes.
There are. Get over here. All right, so there are 4 carts currently leaving the wharfs, going in different directions.
Well, I guess I'll take a look at those first.
Okay, so you're going to check out the carts looking for that symbol?
Yeah, horse-drawn cart specifically.
You're looking for the horse-drawn ones?
Yeah. Notice, I'm guessing? Or...
Yep, go ahead and roll your notice.
Okay.
All right, so that's what you do with your block. All right. So who's going next? Leski's obviously not following you up there. So what are you going to do, Leski? Are you going with Claude, or are you going to stay with Guillaume?
I'm going to stay on the ground, but try to follow Gertrude.
Okay, so you're going to go like to the alley and like play lookout?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Claude, what do you want to do?
As I said, I'm going the opposite direction of Guillaume. Looking for a torn sail.
Looking for a torn sail?
Expecting any carts I might come across.
Are you feeling lucky, punk? All right.
Sure.
So, you don't see one. All right, Guillaume. Take it you're doing the same? Can't hear you, buddy.
Yes. And what happens if I invoke an aspect?
If you're doing a roll, like a notice roll or something like that, then you would basically spend your fate point and add +2 to that roll.
But you don't get anything special for invoking an aspect?
What do you want to do? How about you just describe what you're trying to do?
All right. I was thinking about invoking the aspect fear is a motivator.
Okay. Fear is your motivator. That's from your aspects then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just trying to see which one it is. Why do I not see that on there? Oh, is that one of your? Is that one of the ones between you guys? It's not your high concept or anything. It's just a regular aspect. Okay, that's
Right.
why I don't have it on my list. Okay, what are you trying to use it for?
Motivation,
For yourself?
fear of the events. Right.
Okay, okay, all right. All right. So go ahead and do your notice if you'd like to
Okay.
do that.
Do I need to use a face point as well?
To use the aspect without a free invoke, then you do. Yes.
Okay. How do I do that again? There we go.
Just click on the notice button, and then you can add the
Well,
+2 to it. Just two. Don't add a plus.
right. What?
Oh.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. All right. You do not see it, but you guys have covered a good portion of the wharf now, so you know you got to be narrowing it down. All right, so that is everybody's first block of time. Um, now, Charles, are you looking for just the sale? Are you looking for your friends to show up? Do you
Just looking
care?
for the sale
Okay,
because I don't know when they're going to show up.
right. All right. So go ahead and do your notice if you'd like.
Ah,
So I clearly didn't find anything.
You didn't. Sorry.
he's just messing with it.
I'm screwing you guys. Yeah.
Notice. Ooh, great.
Yeah. You are great,
Damn,
but you're not great enough.
damn.
All right.
Damn.
Like underwater or something.
All
Be right back.
right, Gertrude, you can go ahead and do it.
Wait, what should I do?
I guess if you're still looking for carts or sales, which one?
I guess I will look for sales, not having seen carts. Oh, well,
Good job. Okay. Oleski, you can't see a whole lot from where you are. Are you
No,
are you gonna try anyway or
I'll try anyway, but I am really not good at investigation.
notice?
Notice.
And you're in an alleyway, so okay. All right, Claude, what are you doing? Still doing that? Or are you coming back now? You've spent an hour so far searching in that direction.
Hey, keep. Is there more to search in this direction? Have I covered it all?
Yeah, or you can go further back, like go down the docks themselves if you want to.
Yeah, I'll try
Like
doing
basic.
that.
Okay.
We'll notice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh.
Okay. Nate is gone. Come on, Nate, come back.
Glass or PPU small.
Most definitely. Well, this is a hard find. Again, especially you're going by like one piece of information, which is just looking for the sale, because it could be any ship you don't know. So makes it a little harder. Making this tick based is so I can't really go to you guys.
Kind of yelling down into the alley. So, do you see anything down there, Aleski?
Bricks. Lots of bricks.
Bricks, yes, but carts, sails. I see sails, many sails, many sails.
Any sales? All right, you got to keep going on the sales search, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
You want to roll a notice?
So,
Okay, good job, Charles.
Mm.
Just so you know, your chances are getting better every time because you're running out of ships to look at. So maybe this will be it.
Yeah, I am so hopeful. Average.
Average.
What happens when you get the good roll first?
Yeah, why didn't you get it this time?
Yeah.
All right. Gertrude, come on. You can do this. All right, it was Gertrude next. I should have done a third order.
Well, this is useless. Should we ask around, Aleski?
Ask,
Or
You hear whispering and a yelling whisper from the roof.
ask for what?
ask for the cart, or the ship, or the... I don't know.
That's what I mean. You can ask for a ship, and somebody's going to point. Yeah, I have to see a ship right over there.
Specific ship. Well, this is getting nowhere. I guess I will take one last look for carts around here, but
All right. So you're looking for ones that are still leaving or ones that are there now?
ones that are leaving, I guess.
All right. All right. Go ahead and roll your notice. All right. All right. You do not see one with that stencil on it. You were looking for horse-drawn ones, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Claude.
And I guess it must be kind of an open one if we can see a coffin, or was the kind of
A what?
vision an open cart, not no cover on it, if he could see the coffin, or was the
Yep.
vision from inside the coffin? Guess not.
There was no cover on it.
Okay, so a coverless wooden cart with a coffin. Got it. And
Right.
central.
okay, me.
Yep. Go ahead.
Right.
I think I overestimated how well you guys would roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it won't take them long. No, they'll get it in no time. All right. Charles. Come on, buddy. You can do it.
You say
You
that.
skipping me?
Yes.
Didn't you already go just now?
No.
All right. Do it. Do it, man.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it. Roll a really good notice.
Nope.
Not a terrible notice, a good notice.
Yeah. No.
All right, so Charles. Oh, Charles. Oh, Charles. Charles, you did it.
I'm the man.
Okay.
Smack
so,
into it as I'm flying.
Now, of course, you guys don't know this yet. Charles runs into a ship. No, I'm just kidding. Charles, you see um, a sail down on the deck being repaired by a couple of the sailors. That's got a very obvious hole in it.
The ship is docked then?
The ship is docked. Yes.
All right. So
Um,
I want to,
the ship's name is the Purdue, if you care.
I do care because I need to go behind a building and come, land behind a building where nobody can see me.
There's this really good one with an alleyway that's pretty well shadowed, like a warehouse.
Cool.
Some smoke coming off it.
With a Gertrude on top.
With a Gertie on top.
Do I see Gertie on top?
You will pretty quickly, yeah, if you go over to it.
So I will land on the roof next to Gertie.
Okay.
Charles, do you see it?
I do. It's the Purdue, and I did not mean to rhyme. Yeah,
good
I
one.
don't. They're repairing the sail. That might be why we had such trouble. Where's everyone else?
Well, Lesky is down there. The others run off different directions.
So I'll lean over the roof. Hey, Lesky,
Hi.
over there. The Purdue.
Yeah, you still can't see it.
I can see the general direction, right? That he's pointing.
Yeah.
All right.
I just messing with you.
All right. Sure. Do I see Guillaume or Claude?
Yeah,
Let's see.
which direction would it be?
So let me think here. From where it was, it was actually pretty close to the middle, more on Guillaume's side of things, just further back on the dock. And they had the sail actually down to work on it. So you were looking for the sails like actually on the mass, so you couldn't see it from where you were. You had a chance to, but it just didn't roll well enough. So, but the two boys went in opposite directions, and Gert was able to, at least from where she was, see where they went in general, though from where you are, you probably couldn't track exactly where they are right now. You just saw which way they went and how long ago.
Oh. Well, that's not helpful.
All right, so you two, you still can make your rolls this round if you want to. I don't think it's going to help Brian very much because he's so far away, but he has a chance. Guillaume, you have a little better chance if you want to make the rolls, or you can just wait for them.
I could wait for them. Notice is not my forte.
All right. Not quite good enough there, Claude.
No.
All right, so you guys... What's that?
I figure I don't know that they found it, so I'm going to keep looking at it for the time being.
Absolutely. So are you guys going to go get them, or are you just going to go to the ship?
I wanted to find one of them. Whoever I found first.
Okay, so you go the direction of Claude, and you guys going to go and look for Guillaume?
Well, I could go find him, and you go talk to the ship people.
Huh? That's a good idea.
See where the carriage went, or if cargo was offloaded, or... Yes,
Yep.
you can probably do that better.
I'll do my best to stall him if I have to.
Excellent. Well, off we go then.
Yeah.
Up down into the alleyway.
All right. So you guys are going to go grab them. Charles, you're going to go to the ship.
Yes.
All right. So you get to the gangplank. Did I say that right? Is that the right thing there?
Sure.
Of the ship. And the crew's kind of looking over the edge at you like, what do you want? We're full up. We don't have any room.
Ahoy! I was I was curious as to where you came from.
Um,
Where do you make sail?
you hear a couple of the guys talking in a language you don't speak. And the guy that spoke to you says, we are French.
Uh,
You are looking for us for something, or just a ship?
ah, well, just a ship, actually. I was contemplating taking a life on the sea and was hoping you had some time to discuss it with me.
Okay, he yells something, something about lacrosse, and he goes back to his stuff like, okay. Um, and another guy comes out. He's a little better dressed, and he comes over to the gangplank. He says, "Come up, come up."
Great, great. I appreciate that. And I will go up.
I'm not saying you're hired or anything, boy. I'm Captain Lacrosse.
Captain,
You're looking for work.
I am contemplating looking for work. I have grown tired of this city, this port. Was thinking of heading out to the high seas once again.
Well, I don't really have room to take on other crewmen, but if you need work, I'm sure that you could help unload.
Great. Yes, I accept. Where are we unloading from?
Um, he points at a bunch of sacks. He says, "Those sacks there, they go down by the tracks. When the train comes, you put them on the track on the car, and then I will pay you a daily wage that I will not pretend that I know what it would be at this time period."
Something reasonable.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
a little under, but yes.
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right, so you start moving
I start
sacks.
moving stacks. They're all on the main deck. They're not below in storage, whatever that's called.
No, they've already got them up on the deck.
Shit.
So,
Okay.
um, all right, so you're going to do that. You guys find each other and get together in this time period. So you're standing in the middle again. Um, you know which ship it was, right? Because he pointed out for you. What do you guys want to do?
Go to the ship.
Just making sure. Maybe you wanted to leave. I don't know.
Should
All
we
right.
perhaps alert the authorities? Or it will be odd to have random people ask about the ship, no? But I suppose we could go. But yeah, I guess I'll head there.
No, nobody's talking to you.
If we go to the authorities, what are they going to do?
Hmm.
We have nothing to report other than a ship with a torn sail.
True. True. Well, I suppose we could fabricate something, but that is not my, how do you say, wheelboat? Wheel house?
House of Wheels.
Wheelstone?
Well, we
Fish
can
out of
at
water.
least go and look at it, if nothing else, and
Yes,
figure
yes.
it out from there.
Well, and speaking of that, as of looking at it, as you guys are discussing this and walking towards it, you see Charles whistling and carrying a big bag of something on his shoulder, going down the gangplank. You see him. You see them. You keep working, or do you stop and talk to them, or?
I'll put it down and uh, wait for them to come over.
Well, have you found any coffins?
No, but I've managed to secure work on the ship, which means I might be able to sneak down below, or at least get you guys on board to do so.
You and me tackling that. I want to fill Charles in on kind of our plan to have the other two track down the maiden and the cart.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So yeah, they're pretty lax right now, but you want to come on board? Do you want me to go on board? How do you want to do
um, do you talk to the crew? Yes.
that? Sort of. They're French, so maybe you'd have a better time with it.
These could be where we find the ledger, eh? So
Good.
maybe we sneak around. I don't know. Never mind. I do know. Damn it. I can only teleport to a place.
You don't want to know?
No, I can only teleport to a place I can see. So I can't just like teleport below deck.
Plus, you need it to be shadowed, right? So right now
Yes.
you can, but your time window is closing as
Correct.
it gets later.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been 3 hours, so actually the sun is up by now.
Yeah.
So
So yeah. The crew is the crew is French. It
Maybe.
is a ledger. So I don't know. One of us can provide a distraction, and the other one could try and sneak below.
Oh, that's easy. I'll grab one of these sacks and pretend to drop it on deck or somewhere, get their attention.
Excellent. Make a big yes, eh? Or mess, yes.
Yes.
So
All
how
right.
do we know they have not already unloaded? Where are
So,
they unloading to?
right now, we're just unloading these sacks over by the train, the train tracks. And then when the train arrives, we'll load them onto the train. So we've got a little bit of time before they go. I'm not sure what time the train's supposed to arrive.
It could go on the train before it goes to.
Well, it could, but so far it's just the sacks, and there was no mention of anything else yet. Then again, I've only been doing this for about 10 minutes.
Well, I shall look at the train, but yes, perhaps we should wait and see. I shall leave you to your clandestine shenanigans, yes?
Yes.
Shenanigans. Is that the proper term?
What are you trying to say? I mean, if you're insulting my heritage, then yes.
No, no. I do not know the proper terms.
Oh, that's
No
okay.
activities.
Activities.
Stealthiness,
Activities.
sneakiness.
Right. I got you.
Whatever.
Don't you worry. Go check out the train. We'll do what we got to do here. We'll meet back in an hour. Yes?
Excellent. I will do
now,
that.
now there's not a train here right now. So what are you gonna do exactly? Just so I know clearly.
Well, go over and see if there's any other cargo kind of there waiting for a train or parts or things like that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna go with
How
Gertrude.
are
I'm sticking with Gertrude today.
okay.
Okay.
How are the For the carts, how are the carts getting unloaded? Are they being brought like right up to the ships to be loaded directly, or is there some kind of a loading dock for the carts elsewhere? Or
You see a stream of people going from different ships and going to where the carts are on the wharf
okay,
to load them up. And in addition to that, there are also some that are like loading platforms where the train obviously stops in for different cars to be filled.
okay. So yeah, I'll check the train first, but then I may go over to where carts are being loaded and stuff and see if any open topped horse carriages are match the description we're looking for.
Okay, so you're like searching around basically. Okay.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. You know, what I meant was you're not like talking to anybody, you're not asking questions, you're just looking, kind of trying to fit in.
Kind of, yeah, as best as possible.
Okay. Um Now your last conversation with Charles kind of weighing on your mind. I feel like this might distract you while you're doing this. What do you think?
Okay. Probably so. The
He's asking.
language
He's asking
difficulties?
if you want a fate point. I think.
Yes.
Yes, I'm asking
Yes,
if
I
you want to pay for
suppose
it.
so.
So that I can screw you somewhere else. Yes.
Ah, this language.
Well, wouldn't
Aleski,
it?
how do you stand it?
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't he suffer the penalty now? You're invoking his aspect or invoking a aspect on him.
Yeah, on his ability to search when he
Right.
goes to do his notice.
Right.
I'm having a hard time applying his specifically out of all of them because it's just vague enough that I'm not 100%, but it feels like he has a guilty personality.
Right.
So I kind of get that. So Gert, you get one back, but your notice will suffer on your next notice roll. What are you doing, Claude?
I guess it's time for me to look for a busty maiden.
Oh yeah, girl.
And how are you going to go about that?
Let me start by asking you a question.
Okay.
Is prostitution legal at this time?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, it is.
Look at the big brain on Claude.
That's what she said.
Secondly, I would like to invoke my aspect friends in low places. Try and find one of my street contacts and see if they know anything about where I might find this busty maiden.
All right, I like that. All right, so go ahead and do your contact roll.
Contacts, oh boy. Do I get a +2 from the aspect?
Yeah, if you pay your fate point for it, you will. Yes.
Okay. Ugh,
Did you add the
not
+2
great.
to it?
Thought I did. Hold on.
Yeah, you did. Oh, harsh. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right.
But by the way, Jim, my
Yeah.
wife was off today and decided to go to a charity event that one of her friends is hosting because it's the last time. So I got to go check on my kids. I'll be right back.
Okay. I thought you were calling me your wife. I was like, that's weird, dude. Jim,
Hey,
my wife.
hey, you know, just saying.
All right.
I'll be back.
All right. Well, if I understood it correctly, he was going to be working with you, Tony, on
Yes.
on your caper. So,
Well,
why
I'm
don't?
going to make the distraction, and he's supposed to sneak in.
Okay. I just want him to be there for your distraction. So I'm gonna let Oleski and Gertrude begin their search.
Okay, I'll be right back too.
Okay. So tell me exactly what you guys are looking for.
Hmm.
I'm following Gertrude's lead
Well,
because I have terrible stats for this kind of thing.
Okay.
well, so do I, but
You could shoot somebody, but you
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
that'd make a distraction.
Murder is always a distraction.
Well, so Charles has probably described kind of where he's been putting these bags, so I'll look around there for a coffin or something like that, or a carriage, first of all. But then, if I don't see anything there, which I'm guessing I won't, then look around for kind of the motor pools, as it were, of the carriages that are being loaded.
Okay.
And
Aleski, don't forget to roll anyway. Just because you have a mediocre doesn't mean that you might not. So, all right, Gertie, you're torn up inside, so you're not doing your best work here.
that was with the -2 added in. So
Okay. Um, and just for that, okay. Do that. No. Okay. Damn it, that didn't take as long as it should have. Nobody's talking to anybody, so it's like going like this. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Claude. As much as I hate to skip, why don't you go ahead and do your 5th hour check?
What contacts?
What's that?
What am I doing? Contacts?
Yep. Go ahead and do another contact.
Do I still get the +2 or no?
Not unless you want to spend another fate point.
Yeah, I'll spend another one.
Okay.
wait, did
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
wow.
all right.
Wow.
Well,
Succeed with style?
he freaking succeeded with all the style. That's gonna be your new thing, Brian. You have all the style. Um. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna tell you with that great roll. So somebody knows the name of the place you're talking about. Your description is enough to give it. The name of the place is called the Forward Maiden.
Forward Maiden.
Yep. Yeah. I've heard of that place.
Okay.
It's downtown actually. It's at the end of the rail line when you hit downtown.
Okay. Is it a brothel or?
Well, it's not supposed to be, but I've heard some people that yeah people do that kind of work there. They're not licensed for it, but licenses are expensive, you know.
Right. All right. Thanks for the info.
All right. Um. Okay, so that's your buddy there. What are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna head to the bus to the Forward Maiden.
All right, so now that is, he said, up the rail line in downtown. So you're down in the wharfs in the lower left. You're going to be traveling into the upper right hand side of the map, and I'm pointing at it like you could see. So,
I can see where downtown is.
yeah. So that's where you're going to be going if you're going to find it.
Okay.
I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just telling you that you'll be leaving everybody behind while you do it. So.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little while. Okay.
But Brian has all the success. Just so you know. All right, are you back too, Tony? You muted Nate.
Nice job, B.
Thanks.
I don't
Using
think
your
Tony's back yet.
contacts.
Nope, doesn't seem to be. All right. So Chris and Jamie.
Yep.
What are those fake points for?
Those are the ones that I was supposed to use that didn't get taken away for some reason.
I wasn't even paying attention to the fact you were cheating. Okay. All
Wow.
right. So you guys want to roll some more? You don't have your penalty this time, Chris. Do you want to roll your notices again, or do you want to change tactics?
So it's been 5 hours since then by now, correct?
Mm-hmm. This is the 5th hour, basically.
Well, my guess is it may have already left the station, yes?
Perhaps. If it was even
Well,
here.
how long does it take to load these things? Do you know?
I quickly look around. Is anyone loading anything? What's happening in our area?
All right. So you have a stream of people coming on and off ships, usually off the ship with something to either go to the carts or to platforms at the train state where the train stops, basically.
Okay. Perhaps we should find a coffin maker.
Yeah. That or funeral home?
Perhaps.
Is that what it's
Or
called?
maybe.
Or a death house? Is that it?
What did we find out from the ship? We didn't.
Nothing yet. I was waiting for Tony and Nate to both be here for their caper.
All right.
Caper.
I want to wait.
I am back, by the way.
Okay, good. So do you guys want to roll any notices, or are you just waiting for your turn?
Might go and see what the others have found, if anything, by now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Nate and Tony, how are you doing this?
He's moving. So he's on the ship. He's going to be on the ship moving stuff, right?
Yep.
All right. Is there an obvious like way to get below decks? So like on some ships, they open up the cargo hatches and hoist things out of the cargo hold, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that's open and I can see shadows, well, fuck. I would guess I would want to start looking in like the captain's quarters.
Okay. So you want to try to sneak your way by them and go through the doors to the captain's quarters? Or try to
Yeah.
find it?
Yep.
Okay.
And like what I would try and do, like, I'm going to ask Tony if he sees like the captain on the deck or if he's perhaps in his office.
Well, I will scan the deck. I do know who the captain is.
Yeah. The captain is up there. He's going around directing the men, telling them what to do, go faster, etc.
All right. Then I'm just going to hope his quarters are empty. And are there any shadows nearby the entry to what would probably be the captain's? Because usually the captain's quarters are on deck, right?
You don't know. You
I'm
would
just saying in
put
general
their
on a ship.
they're probably going to be below deck, I would think. Um, but the doorway to it would be on deck. You'd have to search for them basically if this is what you want to do. As far as shadows, under the shadow of the ship itself, maybe down on the dock, you might find a shadow.
So this isn't like an old school, schooner, or like because like a typical old school ship would have, I think it's called the forecastle. Underneath
now he wants to
the
be
rudder,
all cool. Okay.
underneath the rudder, right, is where the captain's quarters are.
I will go with that. You tell me how it is, and I will go with it.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, not all ships are like that, especially
No.
modern ships.
No.
But
This is
so
me
1800.
conceding my lack of knowledge. So I'm saying, if you think that there is, I will go with that. I have no problem with that.
That's what I was envisioning.
Okay.
Forecastle is actually the. No, that's totally not the right term.
You could tell this wasn't the time period I spent a lot of time looking at. So knowing what you know, you're saying that there's a little building there that's where the ship's the captain's quarters are going to be, and that's what, under the wheelhouse, or under the wheel, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, pins on the boat, pilot house, helm station, bridge.
It's all your call, man. You tell me.
I don't know. Sure. I would start there because I'm thinking that a ledger is going to be where the captain works, not necessarily where he sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
Although they could be one and the same, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if there is a room underneath the wheel, that's where I want to head first.
Okay.
And so that's why I was just asking, is there shadows nearby there on the ship, on the deck, that I could teleport to and then stealth from there? Although it's now what?
It's like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So you would have to find a place. The only thing I will tell you is obviously you can create your own shadow.
I can't. I can
No. I mean with something like a tarp or something. But but as far as finding shadows on the ground that you can see up top at the same time, I don't know how you'd accomplish that, to be honest. I can't picture it. Maybe a different place where you can see the top of the ship, and then maybe you can see inside where it is shadowed through the doorway.
Just gave a diagram of a ship in case it's useful.
What's that in the Discord?
In the watch party.
Yeah, in the watch party.
Like maybe if you you snuck on the ship first and then tried to teleport into there, where you could get under one of those.
No, I plan on following him, like right up as if I'm working with him.
Okay, so you're acting like one of his workers.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow him, and then when he makes the distraction, I wanted to teleport to a shadowy area near the door and then stealth from there. But
right.
I mean, again, it's daytime, so it may just be a straight up stealth, and that's fine.
Right. Yeah, I would think it would be a burglary. If you're gonna follow him up, I would say go with a deceive roll.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Because you have to obviously try to pretend like you belong there.
Okay.
If you're gonna go with that, or if you're gonna try to actually sneak on, then you can go with burglary. Though that might be part in its own right because it'd be,
Burglary.
pretty open. So,
All right. I'll go with the deceive, but I'm using a fate.
Just don't act suspicious.
don't be suspicious.
Dear God.
Well, they're not
With
especially
a
looking
plus
for crazy people,
4.
so no, you're okay. So the captain doesn't really look at you as you follow Charles back up onto the ship. You look like somebody who's just going up to do the bag grabbing. So you're okay. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna follow him over to where the bags are?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for him to make the distraction.
All right. So Tony, how do you want to make a distraction?
Well, there are other people offloading bags, correct?
Yep, there's other people grabbing bags. Most of them seem to be crewmates.
So I'm going to grab a bag and head down the plank and bump into somebody else and drop that bag and then just start yelling at them, "Hey, watch where you're going."
Okay. So the guys say it in French, like, "What is your problem? Get out of the way, you buffoon." You don't understand him, but Nate does. So he's yelling back at you, like, "Get out of the way," and he goes to pick up his. No, he still has his bag. He goes to step around you.
I push him, and hopefully make him drop his bag.
Okay, so why don't you roll a provoke, actually, because you're trying to piss him off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He looks at you and he's like, okay, so he's gonna start walking around you, but enough of the people are looking like, what's going on here? And the captain is looking at you like, is there a problem? Nathan.
Yes.
They're all looking at Tony.
All right.
What do you want to do?
I want to make for if the ship is more like what Chris posted in chat, then I just want to make for towards the back of the ship, towards the wheel.
Are you gonna do a little burglary?
Head down below. Why would it be burglary and not stealth? That is confusing to me.
Is there stealth on there? That's my bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. Because burglary is +0,
No,
whereas
I was choosing burglary just to fuck you, basically. No. I thought they put those together. So yes, stealth.
Okay, then I am also going to use a fate point for that to try and get down below. Boom. Yes, kiddo.
Full. All right. So he's doing his thing. The captain is asking you if you've got a problem.
I don't have a problem. He has a problem. He ran right into me. Didn't you see that? He's trying to make me lose pay.
And he's yelling at the other guy, and the other guy's going, no, he's with that, and he's pointing and stuff at you. Just be careful, all right? You want to get paid, don't make it hard for us.
For you? You're making it hard for me.
Excuse me?
Him. He's making it hard for me.
He looks at you like,
it is. People don't like me.
I'm not sure I like you.
That's what I said.
Just stay out of their way if you want to get paid today.
Fine.
All right, Nate. You make it inside the hole.
Okay. I just want to make my way back towards where I think like the captain's quarters would be.
Okay. And yeah, I don't see like you'd have any problem finding it. It's pretty obvious. It's a nicer area. The other areas are kind of open, with hammocks and such or storage. So only takes you a second. And what are you looking for inside the captain's area?
A ledger.
Okay. So sitting on the captain's desk, bolted to the floor, is the ledger with the symbol that you saw.
Oh shit. All right. I wanna check it out.
Okay. So you open it up, and what are you looking for?
So, what I'm looking for is an idea of cargo.
Mhm.
Particularly if there was, say, a coffin on board, or the remains of an individual. That's what I want to try and take a look at.
Okay. You
But
speak
honestly,
French?
yes.
Okay. Um, just do an investigate. It's
Okay.
not going to be a big roll.
Wouldn't it be a little weird to have a French accent and not speak French?
Wait a minute, he has
Happens
a
a lot,
French
I'm sure.
accent?
Shut up. Shut up, you! Or I shall taunt you a second time.
All I can keep thinking of is, do you guys see Mrs. Doubtfire? Remember when he's like, your accent's a little muddled. Um, all right. Okay, so you don't find it in the first minute that you're doing it.
Okay.
Which I really thought you would. Um, Tony, you keep doing bags, or do you give up and leave after this?
No, I'm gonna keep doing bags to try and spot when
Okay.
comes out.
Okay. Roll a notice for me, by the way, when right now. Before I move to the others.
Tony?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Um, just so you know, there's on the dock where you're dropping the bag, when you look down, you see a partial outline that looks to be like red and sticky that it would be a normal box except for the top kind of bevels in, like perhaps a coffin would.
Oh, I will
Okay.
investigate.
You have a great amount of knowledge of horrible things, so when you get close enough, you definitely smell that it smells like old blood and awful,
Ah, just like home.
just like home. All right.
Uh,
So Brian, buddy, what are you doing right now? Are you still traveling?
Yep.
Okay, so you're not telling them where you're going, right? You're just going
Oh
up to
yeah.
downtown.
Yeah, I should tell. I should tell who's still here, like in my
Um,
immediate area.
well,
So
if you, what's
where
that?
was here? Where is here?
Okay,
At the
so
wharf.
if I understand things correctly, Gert and Oleski are currently outside where the loading area is, looking for carts, basically. Um, Charles is currently, I'm just going to make it easy, on the platform looking at something in interest where he's been loading bags. And you are coming up to that spot. You don't see Guillaume anywhere right now.
Go tell Oleski and Gertrude that I am heading up to the downtown area. I found out where this buxom sign woman is. It's a place called the Forward Maiden. Um, I'm going to investigate that. Should we meet up somewhere at a certain time?
Is it is it safe if you go alone?
I don't know. I don't
Perhaps
They
see
might
why it
have
wouldn't be.
Perhaps I should go with
They
you.
might have bosoms there.
We might have bosoms.
Those are unsafe.
In fact,
Yeah.
I'm going. I need to protect you from the bosoms.
Yes, okay.
Gertrude, you're hearing all this, so you are there. Gertrude's frozen.
Yep.
That's why I didn't hear him laugh.
Oh, and there.
Is Nate frozen too? Move your eyes,
Yeah,
Nate. Okay.
I'm here.
Tony might be frozen. Oh no, wait, never mind.
Yeah, he always looks the same.
Yeah.
It's the mask. It messes with it.
I'm damn sexy.
Oh, there goes Chris.
Chris.
Good.
All right. So you just heard Oleski say that he's going to go protect Claude from the bosoms, the dangerous bosoms. What do you want to do? Are you going to stay there, or are you going to go and protect them from the bosoms as well?
Oh, do you need my help as why bosom? What is the danger?
You're a woman. Don't you have bosoms?
Yes, but
Are they metal?
bosoms are not usually dangerous. No,
Metal.
no, not yet.
Steam powered?
No, they do nothing special. They are normal bosoms. But these ones you speak of are not. Where are these bosoms?
They're
It's a joke.
yeah.
Oh, sure. Yes, well, I am not certain these, actually, I suppose these others, what are they doing on that ship?
Recon, I guess. I don't know exactly what they're doing.
Well, perhaps I shall inform them of these, bosoms. That, yes, well, you go see about these bosoms. I shall, let them know.
Okay.
You forget to
Should
say
we
bosoms
meet?
again.
Should we meet somewhere after a certain
The
time or
graveyard? Perhaps at the bosoms themselves? Wherever that is.
you want to meet us there after you're done here?
Yes, yes, I suppose
It's a
so.
tavern that's a front for a brothel, basically.
Ah. And you... Wait, who is protecting whom? Well, okay, yes, perhaps you need the protection of, someone else. Anyway, right, enjoy yourselves. Beware
Okay.
these bosoms.
Yes, we will.
Okay. So what are you doing, Gertrude, exactly? Are you going back to the only one you can see right now is Charles on the platform right now?
So yes, I suppose I will go toward Charles and is anyone else around him or
There's workers walking back and forth, dropping bags and stuff. Charles is just a little bit over to the side. He's looking at something on the platform itself. You guys are interactable, so go ahead and discuss. My word.
I'll approach him, but try to be a bit surreptitious about it and say, is everything going well? What happened? Do you see something?
Well, look here. This is it's the sweet smell of hell. The box, I think this is our coffin.
Oh, found it. Well, the others are going to investigate the bosom.
Wait, they didn't invite me?
The bosom?
Yes. That's fun for the whole family right there.
Well, I don't know about your family, but no, they are on the sign. Well, they represent ones that are not on a sign, but the Forward Maiden, a tavern, that is where they are going. But you found it good. Um, should I give you a distraction, or should we look at it, or?
Um, you probably have a better chance of opening it than I do, but people are coming and going, so
Wait a minute. To be clear, you didn't find the coffin.
Oh,
Sorry, I thought I was clear on that. You found the bloody outline of a coffin.
oh, all right,
Jesus. I
scratch
didn't
that.
realize that.
So it was here.
How
We,
how would he
Yes,
know
Nathan?
it's a coffin?
Because it's got the same bevel shape of a coffin.
bevel. See, that's what threw me off was the bevel.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought I was describing it well.
Well, no, that's fine. So it was here. There is no train, so we need to figure out where it went. There's no blood trail or anything like that. I mean, the what you described for blood was because it sat there for some time.
Maybe
Maybe.
you just know that the shape that it was in, that's partially covered by bags, has that the top of the coffin shape that kind of goes like this. Oops, down here, like this, and then down angle, and then down again.
Right. But I'm looking for an active blood trail.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be like it was
Right.
gushing. It was more like it's like a seeping, like just
Uh,
enough to like kind of make a line after being there for a while in the dirt.
hmm.
Well, we could ask around. Go to the cart. It may already have left, though.
Well, that's right. We're looking for a cart, so they may have put it on a cart to move it. I mean, I'm assuming it's pretty heavy. Um, but we're late, basically. Well, actually, I take that back. We don't know that it was coming off the ship. It may have gone on the ship.
Well, that would imply it would be moving. That is possible. But the carriage implies not.
Yeah, I don't know.
You guys need the handout again?
No.
We get okay. Just making sure.
Can I investigate the area to get a magical clue as to what I should do next?
It doesn't really work that way.
Then what is investigate for?
Why don't we go to Guillaume real quick? See
Yeah,
how he's doing with his ledger.
I'm
So
happy with that.
okay. So Guillaume, go ahead and roll your notice.
Notice or investigate? Doesn't matter. They're the same.
Um, yeah, I meant investigate. Sorry.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, so you find the entry that you're looking for.
Okay.
Today, or actually, I should say, a couple of weeks ago, a commission was set up to carry a casket. That was the only item, to a company here called Cart Before the Horse. to receive it on the other end of the train transport. It arrived today. The captain writes notes in there, do not take contract from this person again, scroll it out. Bloody mess. This is all in French.
Okay. I'm going to tear out that page.
Okay.
And take it with me and try and get out.
Okay. How are you going to get out?
Well, how did I get in?
Well, I tried to screw you with burglary, but I think you ended up using stealth.
I was questioning, like, physically, how did I get in? Is it a hatch with a ladder? Is it a doorway with stairs?
Right, so you came in through a doorway and just went down a very short hall.
Okay. Then does the door have a window?
It has a port window that you could
Okay.
open.
Then I would like to go to the door, provided I don't hear any noises. I will roll my stealth if you think it's required, and peek out the window.
Okay. So you crank that open just a little bit, and you look outside, and you see the crew going back and forth, doing their thing. The captain's over on one side. Somebody made a mess. He's yelling at him in French.
All right. So then what I'm going to do is, are they still unloading the bags or sacks or whatever?
There's a couple sacks left. They have a couple of crates over on the side. One of the crates was broken open. That's what they're discussing.
Okay. I'm going to quietly open and close, like, I won't even close the door completely unless it swings. And then I'm just going to nonchalantly walk over, pick up a sack, and walk it on down.
All right. I'm going to give you a +2 to just go ahead and use your deceive to just do that. I don't think you'll have a big problem. Look at that. You're a master of deception. Not as good as Brian, but
not as good as Brian. Unless it comes to shields, and then it's on, motherfucker.
Right, so you go down the gangplank, and if you look, you can see where the other bags have been going, which currently has Gertrude and Charles.
Beautiful.
You can't hear them.
Yeah, no problem. I'll drop off the bag and head over to them.
Okay, so you're actually standing right next to them. So go ahead.
Beautiful. I found the ledger. Oh, God damn it. Every fucking time. I found the ledger. I'm gonna whisper that quietly.
We found an outline of a coffin, and I point down to it.
It was on the coffin, yes.
Yes.
And I'm gonna, like, pull out the page and tap it. Like, it's all in French. I'll hold it up, but and I know the company. I'm just gonna go fucking straight French, all right? The Louisiana accent I can't get.
Okay, I'm stopping everything right now. I just want you to know, Nate, that I pick on you because I think that
no. I know. This
I
has nothing
give
to do
you
with
so many props for doing it. Okay.
The French is easier, mostly just because I'm using it with Team Silence right now, like, constantly. So I'm just going with the French.
Okay. All right. So go ahead.
I have the company. Yes, we can follow up with this.
You know where it is?
No.
You do know from the page that it says that it was going on the train to be picked up by this company.
Beautiful. And the train is gone, isn't it?
It has not come back yet, but it obviously left here early this morning.
The coffin, it was picked up by the train. Did you see the train when you got here first? I'll ask to Charles.
No, the train wasn't here.
Then it could already be picked up by this company, yes. However, we could follow the tracks and find the first, and I don't know. we could go along the route, but we may have better luck finding the name of the business elsewhere. I do not know.
Well, as far as the business, we could ask around, see if anybody knows them.
Not many people deal in coffins, yes?
Well, we don't have to explain what we want to know. I mean, just that, we're looking for this company, not why we're looking for them.
Right. No. I say that because maybe this business deals with funerals.
Oh,
The cart before the horse, it may just be a regular carriage cargo company. We could look for a warehouse.
Is there anything? Well, but this company, right? According to the ledger, this company actually had this ship. This particular company had this ship. It wasn't like
No,
it mentions the company by name as
the
not.
recipient, not the shipper.
Does it say who the shipper is?
Yes, there was a M. Oh crap! I screwed up the name. I want to make sure I get it right. An M.
Monsieur
Lalaurie, who
Monsieur Lalore.
um, and M. Lalaurie sent it to be shipped, sent on the train, and then picked up by cart before the horse, which is waiting for the shipment. That's all that it says
Okay.
as far as the chain goes.
Then
Other
I
than
will
the fact
say.
that this thing was a mess and they don't want to work with Lalaurie ever again.
Okay. I was thinking that said that they didn't want to work with cart before the horse ever again.
No, the shipper was
Okay.
I can't explain it. Never mind, because that would give away stuff.
All
But
right.
yeah, that's what you say.
So then, then I'm gonna backtrack and say, I believe that that you are correct. This cart before horse is just delivery. So they will work at depot stations or the like, no doubt.
Well, would we say we know a next destination after that? The bosoms, the forward way maiden. Charles said the
well,
owners of the sign.
I mean, if you think we should check that out,
Well, afterward, if we do not find it
uh,
But
there.
there's no guarantee that the coffin has anything to do with the brothel. Yes, um, the signs do not make sense.
True, it could be passing by. And, well, we are best get going, yes? Yeah.
yes.
Indeed. Did Claude and Alexei take the our carriage?
Don't know yet. I was just going to ask actually how everybody was doing their traveling. You might actually be able to catch up with them, though you have been talking for a couple minutes, but we can give a good chance if you guys want to try to catch up with them.
I don't know. I'm like torn between wanting to just follow the tracks.
Okay.
Well, presumably we have a map and can tell where the tracks go, generally.
I agree, but walking is too slow. But perhaps the tracks provide room to run for you and a guide up in the sky. Yes,
Yes.
I can make my way through the shadows.
Are there shadows, though?
Oh, where there is light, there is always shadows.
Cool.
I'll just wink at Gertie.
Okay, now you guys reminded me to check my timetable. You hear a whistle in the distance, and it is from the direction that you were going to go. There is a train coming through it. Doesn't mean anything to you in particular. I'm just telling you that it's coming. So,
Well, we could see if the train arrives and leaves soon. Perhaps we could take that.
That'd be the most low profile. Plus, we don't know how long it's going to sit here. We're kind of on a schedule.
Well, we can ask or look at the schedule. I think I will do that.
by the way, and I'm going to. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not because Lesky is not there. But just so you know, when the whistle goes off, you can see the captain go over the edge of the ship and start pointing at you, Tony, like, you load it! Load that!
Oh, all right.
Because that was supposed to be what you were doing. You don't have to do it, but he expects you to do it. He also is kind of looking at you like, why you're standing around, but, you're kind of a loser already, so.
Yeah, kind of.
Starting fights and, All right, so Lesky isn't here, so what do you want to do exactly, Gertie?
Go to the train station and see if I can see a schedule real quick, see if there's a train scheduled to leave very soon.
All right. Yeah, you can see that this train that's arriving, it's noontime. If you look on the clock on the wall, is scheduled to leave here in 1 hour.
Too long. So now that he's here, can we get a sense, did our companions take the carriage?
You want to go look and see if the carriage is there? Or you want to try to catch up with them? What do you want to do? What do you guys want to do?
I guess go see if the carriage is there.
And did you guys take the carriage? Or did you go a different way?
I'm thinking we probably would have left it for them so they could catch up to us quicker.
Okay, so how are you going there?
We are putting it. Oh, I can.
We're walking, of course. That's how you get around
Okay.
New Orleans. Is you walk everywhere, right?
We are totally gonna get our horse cart stolen. By the way, I'm just calling it now.
I didn't think of that. Good job, Nate.
We're gonna go back to Thomas and Robert. We're gonna be like, "Yep, we lost another one."
All right. Rather than make things crazy for you, I'm just going to do this to see if you see each other when you go to look. Okay, so you actually, funny enough, you do see the other two starting to walk up the street as you go towards the cart to see if it's there. So it's up to you if you stop them or not. Whatever you want, but the cart is there available to you.
Boom dabba. Well, let us get aboard, yes? Schnell!
Schnell!
What?
How do you say, haste? Run?
Run. I got it. Run. Gotcha.
Fly?
Not now. But yeah, it's cool.
All right, so you guys are running towards the cart. I'm gonna say though, it's really bright and sunny out right now. Um, I got a feeling that that's gonna slow you down a bit, Nate. What do you think of that?
I mean, that would depend on what bright and sunny is actually pretty good for middle of the day, if you think about it, especially if it's around noon, because anywhere there's going to be a building or a tree, there's shadows.
Yeah, it's true, but you
And
are weakened by daylight.
yeah, I
Would
mean,
you like a
so if
fate point or not?
what does that mean?
Basically, I'm just gonna slow you down so that you can get a fate point.
Oh yeah, perfect. I mean, I'm counting on the faster individuals. Like Charles is like, you know, ain't nothing stopping him.
Yeah, I'm not good at this yet, but I am trying to use your trouble so you can get your fate points. So it's basically what I'm trying to work towards here. So you're gonna start falling behind, and they're like you're gonna see that Guillaume seems to be out of breath quicker than normal, and he's kind of back a little bit. Do you guys wait for him or just leave him there?
One too many pastries.
I have to carry you again.
Again, you've done this before?
Nice.
Well, yes. When he fainted at the party,
Oh, right, yeah.
must have been my feminine charm. Yes.
Yes, yes.
That's
Well,
funny. I didn't realize this is the second time, Nate, that you've passed out someone. I'm not actually making you pass out, but it would be funny.
But
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I will go back to him and say, "Do you need a ride? I can carry you if you would like. We
Yeah, that won't be weird at all, by the way.
must make haste. What?
Ian, are you going to ride the steed, which is Gertie?
Like I don't know. Does she have like fire come out of her back? Because I don't really want to experience third-degree burns.
She does have a little engine back there.
Yeah. So no, I'll stick to shadows. I mean, the thing is I would imagine at least that shadows are going to be faster than walking. Even if it's not as fast as Gertie running or Charles flying, it will still be faster than walking. Hopefully, otherwise I'll just freaking walk. You know.
Well, and not to really stick it to you, but do remember, just like with Gertie's things, where she's got to try to stay covered up. If you do a lot of teleporting in shadows, like, and you're not being careful about not being seen with it,
Yeah, exactly.
so in general, it's
will,
probably better to act normal when you're out
yeah,
there.
I would only do it when I knew I could, most likely get away with it. I want to move with speed, but I don't want to be, obnoxious about it. We're not at the life or death point yet.
Right.
Or should
But
we take the
walking
carriage?
we could. I mean, I don't know if that would be any faster.
Oh, you meant travel there by shadow completely, you're saying. Not to the carriage. You're talking about going to downtown by shadow.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Oh,
following the train tracks and just jumping from shadow to shadow.
got
Like,
it.
who's watching train tracks, right? I mean,
No. I thought you were just talking about because they said, let's
no,
run to the cart. So I'm like, oh, he wants to
no.
teleport to the cart. Like, well,
No,
okay.
I would just we're close. We were really close to the car. No, I'm talking about running along the train tracks and just bouncing from shadow to shadow to cover because again my ability just says I can move up to 3 zones away, and that seems like a pretty good distance.
Yeah, it is.
And I was expecting Charles to fly above the tracks and Gertie to run along the tracks.
Well, I suppose we could.
Okay,
But if we want to take the carriage, then I'm fine with that. I just think it would be slower than just hoofing it to the next depot.
Well, it does depend on traffic, so perhaps you are right.
Okay, so Charles could probably, if he finds a place to fly up unseen, he could get there pretty fast and unseen. Nate, if you find a shadow and you can think of a place, oh wait a minute, you have to see it though. That's right. So you'll basically be doing little ping ping pings. You might get there without being seen. You're probably gonna have to do a little checking. Gertie running on the tracks is gonna be as weird as fuck. So that's gonna be a little bit harder to pull off without making.
I would say let Charles fly. Me and Gertie will take the cart, and there's got to be a road that we can keep an eye on the tracks and just follow them that way. Let's make this easy.
Well, and
I just don't know how busy the train tracks would be.
Right. Yeah, the train is not like a modern train. You know, there's a train going by a few hours, every few hours kind of thing. But as far as the train tracks as they end in downtown, you could probably figure out generally where that is once you get to downtown. Because there's only one set of tracks that would be going in. I'm not showing it on here because I didn't draw all the way up, but the tracks go into downtown. So you could go to downtown and then look for the tracks, or you could follow the tracks. You're letting them walk. Is that correct? Oleski and Claude, you're not telling them that you're going to downtown too?
I mean, I just figured that they would have split up. I'm very confused now on the timeline because it seems like several hours have passed while we were dicking around with the boat. I wouldn't have thought they would have hung around for multiple hours. I thought they were already on their way to we've already separated.
Yep. So basically what happened is Brian did his contacts while Gert and Oleski were looking around. Brian figured it out as you were in there looking at the book. Okay? So they just told Gertie that they were going to go to the Forward Maiden. Yeah. Gertie went over and within the minute and talked to Charles, who was looking at the coffin. You saw the book and came out and while they were talking. So basically, you were probably maybe 5-10 minutes difference from when they had just talked to Gertie and when you guys started talking to each other. So when you went to go to the car, you saw them walking up the road because I gave you a 50% chance to do so because the timing was good. So you see them up there, up the road a little ways, but you did see them. It's now your decision to basically if you want to ignore them or if you want to get them. They're within a very short distance from you.
Okay. We should pick them up and see where they're going. Oh, they're going down as well.
I clearly missed that. I thought they were already gone.
Yep, no, that's fine. I just thought I'd run through the timeline so I could make sure you knew why it was so close. So
okay, so yeah, definitely we will stop and let them know what we found, ask them what they found, and see what the plan is from here.
Consensus on that? You guys want to meet up at the end of the street with the cart, basically?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll just pull up to them in the cart and let them know what we found and ask them what they found.
All right, so scene jump, you guys. The cart comes driving up behind the two of you who are walking up the street. And Gertie leans out and says,
Lord, Oleski, get in the cart. There is no time to explain. There are bosoms.
Yes, we know this. We were heading to the bosoms.
So well, that is where we go as well. Well, also the cart, but same area.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll get in.
Yeah, get in.
All right, so you guys are all in the cart and you are driving towards downtown or you're following the tracks?
I don't know who's driving the cart.
or both?
I'll be driving the cart.
Okay, so you got the little slidey door open. You're driving the cart, and so are you following the tracks, or are you like trying to go through town to go directly to downtown? It's up to you.
Well, tracks should not be too difficult to find there.
You hear me, Nate? Nate?
What?
Yeah. Okay,
Yes, I
you
can
can't
hear you.
hear me. Oh,
I can hear you.
I was asking you, since you're driving, what direction you're going.
Well, I mean, I just was going to them. I want to go to the depot, but I wanted to find out what they were doing and see what the plan was.
Oh, so maybe we shouldn't be in the wagon. I'm confused.
Yeah, I just wanted to
Wicked
let them
confused.
know what we found, see what they found, because my character does not know what they found. I know what they
We haven't
found.
found anything yet because we haven't even got to where we're going.
Right, but I don't even know that you found anything. That's the only reason I was over there, is just for you guys to let me know like what you found, and then we're gonna let you know where we're headed, um, and go from there. Like I don't want to, like I don't know if we're being slyly told don't split the party, but I'm ready to split the party. So
Okay,
once I know where you guys are going,
I am absolutely not telling you not to split the
okay.
party. All I know is that Gertie was saying that they were going because they had found the maiden, the forward maiden, and that's where they were going.
Okay.
And
And
you
then,
guys wanted to go to where the cart before the horse was.
right.
And both of these things were in downtown, and you saw them up there. What you did from there is all up to you guys. But you guys just talk about what you want to do. But you were saying, okay, I'm going to drive the cart. So I'm like, okay, so they're in the cart and you're going somewhere. Where were you going? What direction you were going?
Well,
Just so we knew.
I don't think they would be in the cart unless you're saying both the the train depot and the forward maiden are in the same place.
They're in
Same
downtown.
area.
They're in the same
Okay,
area.
then
And
yeah,
Gert said, everybody get in the cart. We need to talk. And then what do you guys do from there?
we head to downtown.
Hmm.
And you go along the tracks, or you go through the middle of town and try to cut through.
How did we find out that the cart before the horse was in downtown?
Because you found out that it went by train to downtown to be picked up. And that
Okay.
was so the train basically stops there. It was in the ledger that you had.
All right. I don't. Did we let Charles know that?
I thought you guys did when you, Gert, and him were talking to each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought we were just gonna follow the tracks to see where the train would have stopped. I didn't realize that that was in the ledger. I don't recall hearing that it was heading to downtown. But if
That's
that's the case, then I would have told. You know, I don't. I mean, I don't know that I would have sent him flying if that was the case.
I thought you were just trying to get him there faster.
Um, well, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have needed to follow the train tracks. Really, he could have just gone straight to downtown. But if we're all going in the same direction, then yeah, take the cart altogether.
Okay. So you guys are on your way to downtown.
Yes, downtown.
You guys aren't, you don't want to discuss anything in the cart?
Just letting them know what we had found. That's pretty much it. So I just talked to them about finding the ledger on the boat, and then, um, it being picked up by the company cart before the horse, which ticks off another item. So we found the ship, the ledger. We know who has the coffin, and then the last thing we need to find is the coffin and the forward maiden.
I don't understand how the Ford Maiden fits into all this.
I don't either, and that's why I kept saying let's keep split up. We'll go, but if they're both in the same place, then we might as well all go together.
Well,
Yeah.
it could be the cart is just going by that sign for the forward maiden. And it goes, well, I would guess to a death house.
Or maybe the person in the coffin worked the Ford thing.
I mean, judging by I would say that things like wakes are not uncommon, and depending on what type of establishment this is, it very well could be headed there for a wake. Other than the fact that it was a bloody, gory mess, and I can't imagine anyone taking that thing in and having a party around it, because just setting it down on the ground left a disgusting mess. So I would say we don't know yet. And when we get to downtown, you guys are probably still going to want to track that down while we track down the cart before the horse. And then we'll have to just try and see if we can meet up with Charles at some point.
Well, as a contingency, we may want to find the graveyard as well.
Yes, and the first bell toll, right? Tolling it 6 times. You have a mustached man in a bowler hat at an open grave. I mean, it's possible it's coincidence, but something tells me that that's our coffin. And I would guess a city the size of New Orleans is going to have multiple cemeteries, but most likely it's going to be close to downtown. Because why else would but we don't even know if the car is being delivered here. We just know the company's there. We don't know, or that's where it was being delivered. We don't know where. Yeah.
And perhaps the bowler man is in the forward maiden.
Definitely keep your eye out for a mustachioed man in a bowler hat with a lazy left eye, no less. Also, ask about Delphine. Maybe she worked at the. But damn it, do we know where that ship was coming from?
You do.
Would that show on the ledger?
Yeah, it said that it came from France, from M. Lalaurie in France.
Yeah. So that's another oddity.
As far as cemeteries go, by the way, yes, there are multiple cemeteries in the city. You also know that in the news you hear quite a bit about how very populated they are. There's a whole lot of digging of graves because there's so many people dying from the plague right now.
Okay.
That was my thought. Perhaps this is some new plague that this coffin brings. Well, I suppose we shall find out, yes?
Yes. I'm going to answer you.
Donka, Jim.
All right, so you guys get to the outskirts of downtown. I assume that you are wanting to split up at this point. Am I correct in that?
I think so.
Yeah.
With who going to look for the forward maiden and who to go look for the cart before the horse?
Claude
Well,
and Whiskey are going to the forward maiden.
Yep.
Charles, where are you going?
Cart before the horse.
Well, I'm confused. We keep saying cart before the horse, but it's being delivered to downtown. So really, we're looking for a train depot in downtown, right? I mean, a train stop.
You were looking for it to be offloaded from the train to the porterhouse of Cart Before the Horse. So somebody from Cart Before the Horse is going to pick it up at the train station.
Right. But we
And
don't.
then after that, they don't know anything else.
Mhm.
At least your ledger doesn't.
We got to start at the train depot to find out where the headquarters of, Cart Before the Horse is. And feeling that, I mean, I don't know what kind of, documentation might be kept, but now we're talking about committing a even more serious crime than the one I already committed in stealing the ledger notes to try and figure out if whatever port authorities would have a copy of their cargo manifest, and it would potentially say where they're going. So I would just say start at the train depot and ask around about Cart Before the Horse.
Yep.
I just find it funny because you're saying you're going to break more laws. Nobody actually just asked the captain if he knew anything.
Fuck him.
You guys wanted to sneak.
No, we didn't know if the ledger would be there and what captain's going to, go down the.
It's true, you didn't know.
Yeah.
I like to subvert expectations.
All right, so we've got Charles, Gert, and Guillaume who are going to look for the cart before the horse. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you two are looking for the forward maiden, correct?
Yep.
All right. So, start with you guys. How are you going to find the forward maiden?
He wasn't told where it was?
He was told it was downtown. I'm sure it isn't going to be hard to find by the name. You just have to, look or ask or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around.
You're going to hunt for it?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
make a notice.
Okay.
I'm gonna
It's not going to be super. What's that?
Instead of looking around, I am going to ask around.
There we go.
The first person you ask tells you it's 3 blocks that way. It's a trash heap. Why you would want to look for that place? And he walks off. Yeah, he was snooty.
Okay.
All right, so
I share that with Claude.
with the god. So you guys can go to the forward maiden. It is a seedy looking place. The sign out front is exactly the way that it was described to you, though it's cracked and badly painted. But it does have carved out some very large bosoms. Yes, Chris. Yes. And you go inside, and there's like a shabby bar with a bartender and a couple of serving girls kind of wearing loose clothing, walking around and, getting their bottoms pinched, etc. What do you want to do?
Do we have any money, either collectively or individually?
You have base money unless you have actually something in resources. If you have something in resources, you're better off than the average person, basically.
Okay.
So if you want to have like a drink or something, that isn't a problem. If you want to basically bribe somebody or something, like you would roll your resources to see how well you know, come up with the cash at that moment for that.
I guess should we take a seat and wait for a waitress to come around?
Yeah.
All right, sit
You,
down somewhere.
okay, you sit down at a table and a waitress will come over. She's got most of her teeth. She's got short brown hair. It's kind of stuck up on one side. And she says, "What can I get you?"
What time of day is it?
It's
like
1 o'clock in the
1 o'clock in
afternoon.
the afternoon. I'll take it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of patrons, so
I'll, I'll take an ale.
Like that too.
of course. She doesn't think that you look like big tippers, so it's not super friendly. She'll come back and get your ale. All right, so she plunks it down in front of you, moving ahead. See, a few people going back. You see one person go with one of the girls behind a curtain, kind of being furtive and giggling. There's not a lot of people in here right now. A couple girls look at you like, hopefully, like, trying to catch your eye. Do you guys respond like you're interested, or?
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
no.
No.
Yeah, no?
Yeah, no.
Let's give us all for it for a second there. That's role playing at its finest right there. Some
no.
horror. Yeah. Okay. So you just sit and have your drinks?
Yep.
Yeah, at some point when the waitress comes back, I want to ask her.
Yeah, what's up? That's too modern. What can I do for you?
Has there anything strange been going on around here lately?
She looks around for a second. She's like, stranger? Like, what do you mean?
Just anything out of the blue, out of the ordinary.
Well, not really. I mean, one of the girls didn't show up for work last night, but I mean, that's not uncommon, especially, after a hard night.
Yeah. Especially doing the kind of work you girls do, huh?
Some girls, she says.
All right, I didn't mean you specifically. What was this girl's name? Do you know?
What do you want it to be? How about Mary?
The girl's name was Mary?
Yeah. Oh, which girl?
You're talking
I thought you
about
meant this girl that you were talking
baby.
to.
No, the one
Oh. Got it. I thought you meant the one that you were actually talking to. She'll be whatever you want. Yeah. Well, it's Delphine.
It's what?
Delphine, huh?
Delphine, born in 1787, about 100 years ago.
What?
Yeah. There's something strange in your neighborhood.
Oh, right. How many years ago?
100?
117?
About 100. Yeah, a little bit less.
Good Lord. Okay, so why would he... Jesus, that is... Unless this is like moving a body, like it was buried in France and they're moving it to the U.S. I don't know.
No. Well, no. We're not together, so maybe we shouldn't discuss.
Right.
She went. She
So what do you ask her?
So she didn't show up for her shift today, huh?
Was she an old lady?
I guess she's getting older for this kind of work, but I mean, she's not like, gray haired or anything. Well, actually, I think I saw at least a couple gray hairs, but she plucks them, I bet.
I give Claude a look. something weird is happening.
Yeah. I nod.
Why do you want to know so bad anyway? There's plenty of girls here.
Oh, we just heard that she was really good. That's all.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't know. Do you have any more questions, Oleski?
Do you know where this Delphine lived?
Delphine? Who's that?
Isn't that who you said the late girls?
No. That was the one that they were getting off from the gravestone from 100 years ago.
I am so fucking confused.
Did I ruin this game for you guys?
I could have sworn that Claude asked the waitress what the waitress's name was that didn't show up
And I said
before, and you said it was Delphine.
no. I said whatever you want it to be because I
I'm
thought
the
he
one
was
that
asking
said
her
Delphine.
name.
I should have just kept quiet. I thought Brian was trying to remember the name of the girl in the headstone, and I was trying to help him out.
All right, I'm.
Oh,
Maybe we should stop at the 7th hour. Maybe it's time to stop. We'll pick this up in a couple weeks if you guys can remember the details.
Well, the good news is, it's streamed, so.
Is there good news? I don't know, man. All right, let's stop recording because I want to actually talk a little bit about
We can have
this.
Hunter take notes.
Okay.